that
It
one.
did?
It did.
Just a little bit.
Wonderful.
You just, like, phased
Your AC should
Why
be
is it so glitchy right here?
10 plus your Dex mod.
Yeah, my
man.
dex mod
Shit, I
is
hate it.
2.
Okay.
And then it should be
Wait,
adding
Plus
in
my con
any
mod.
additional armor.
so that's not...
I'm a barbarian, so it should be 13 minimum, but it's showing as 10, and I don't know why.
I believe there is there a little.
Oh, I can set it. Okay.
Alright.
So our unarmored defense is dex plus con.
So
Can't go anywhere else.
I apologize for the layout of the LK currently. It's just
Oh, wait,
jumbled
just jump
around a
through,
little bit.
and
I've been filling
hit
in some
24.
things. I
It's
was
the one that has
getting the
links with
city map
brick.
taken care of
I don't know. Can you
for
see my
Elyssara,
mark right here?
and then
Can
I
you
was
go this
getting the
way?
world map finished
I
up.
don't know if that's
So it's
it.
just been one thing
Kinda
after
like,
another this
it
week.
looks like it has a little ledge.
Uh,
Yep.
Happens.
There you go.
Mm.
Yep.
And I'm finishing up my bowl here, and then we can start.
That's...
Go.
Just give me 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get
Watch out
get
for
myself
the
a drink
street,
while
I
we're
guess.
doing this. Hang on.
You stay in the crosswalk? I must have touched the street.
Camera doesn't want to work.
Oh, I can just click that. Cool.
Alright, let me make sure I'm logged out of everything that I don't need to be on. Currently...
Oh, I'm trying to push the car.
Okay. Let me get
Oh,
in
emote
here. Get my OBS going.
Did you know you have advantage on?
Put the emote
I
next to
don't.
that
How do I
sign.
turn that off?
So
Okay.
what you can do, I kind of... Okay, well, sorry to interrupt you there, Briar. You can just go to the top of your sheet and there should be a toggle. If there
my
isn't,
sheet.
go to your cog. And you
Okay.
should see an option in there for you to have advantage toggle on.
Oh Jesus, there's a lot of options.
Yes.
Powerful build. Blah, blah, blah.
Another...
I see it. It's like in the top right. Always roll advantage.
Oh.
Yep.
Behind the
Advantage
door again.
toggle. There we
I
go.
dropped in the Discord. Okay, thank you. Let me see here.
Yep, so if you do happen to leave
Oh.
advantage on, I will say that I will just simply always take the first of the 2 rolls.
Okay.
So if you don't have advantage and you rolled your first roll and it was a 20, cool. Alright, let's get going here.
My sheet looks different. Let me go to the wheel. Oh, always toggle advantage. No.
Let's just get everyone to the world map. Whoa, I did not mean to do that.
Okay, cool.
Moment, gotta go to the token layer here. Okay.
They're so into it.
I have a little red marker for the party location on the map. You will notice that this map is filled out, and the other one on LK is not. I'm simply going to
I
fill
can't
in as we
swing
go.
my harvester when I start to get close to the
And, let me just
sign
get
here.
some
It's gotta do with the sign,
mood
but I don't know what.
here.
Dance on top of light blue car.
Let's see, it is going to be
just
a
got a
beautiful
notification.
day.
So come dance over here.
A little bit of wind coming off of the ocean. Okay.
Oh. There's a thing here, like a hole.
Alright, everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
At the end of the desk.
All right.
There.
As the sun rises over
Oh,
the
target.
city
That's it.
of
Yep.
Lysandros,
Oh boy. Oh no.
its
Too
golden
late.
rays gently kiss the towering spires, illuminating the alabaster streets. The people of this magnificent coastal city bustle with excitement, for today marks the beginning of the much-anticipated Festival of the Sun.
A certain color toilet you can
The entire city seems to shine with a special luminescence, with buildings adorned in cascades of radiant banners and colorful flowers. In the heart of the city, the bright market awakens with a symphony of
Oh,
life.
if you look up, do you see
Merchants
that
set up
neat
stalls, offering brilliant
design
tapestries,
on the
exquisite jewelry,
ceiling?
and
Like, maybe
enchanted
that's a
trinkets,
map.
each radiating with the blessings of Pelor
If you
himself.
walk this way a bit.
Children's laughter fills the
Yep.
air as they chase
Alright,
beams of
and then-
light that dance
so you gotta
playfully
follow
upon the
mine, it's on
cobblestone
the ceiling.
streets from the luminous shard above. The aroma of sweet and earthen
sucks.
delicacies wafts from food vendors and their offerings filled with flavors of summer. The enchanting melodies of harpists and minstrels serenade the
Okay.
crowds, and people from all walks of
You
life
got
to
it.
gather, donning bright and elegant clothing, their spirits lifted by the promise of a
So,
day
like,
drenched
turn,
in
like,
Kalia's
90
blessed
degrees,
light.
And then go just
Above the
all
city, the
way.
high spire stands tall, where the esteemed Luminara Council resides. Together they guide the city with their wisdom and hold the radiant beacon of the luminous shard aloft. But as the preparations for the Festival of the Sun reach their peak, a subtle unease lingers. Whispers of that fateful day when the first eclipse shrouded Elyssara in a gloomy twilight have infiltrated even the most happy of conversations on this day. And so, as the city readies for a day of jubilation and worship, hidden amidst it all, the shadows stir and move strangely.
Hey, you know what? I can come back. And hopefully it lets me come back.
And you all find yourselves
Shit, it won't let me
amidst
back.
the hustle and bustle
I can't, like, run and
of
jump
Lysandrelus.
over. Or, you know what? Unless I follow the map. back.
Smiles
I
on
think
everyone's
it'll let me do that.
faces, and trading is at its peak.
Yeah, it's like super.
You can smell
It's weird.
the
I
food
like this.
cooking. The sweet rolls from the bakery just
It
down the
looks like I
street.
can walk the path back, but it's
And you all find
This last
yourselves
part is
kind of
like a weird angle.
doing your own thing. And that's actually where I'm going to ask you all. First off, we'll go down the list. Let's go with...
Nope. It'll be good.
We get up a turn order here.
Pick me, pick me. I know what I'm doing.
Come here.
Everyone just go ahead and, just for the hell of it, so that you guys know what you're doing, at least when it comes to certain things in your sheet. Everyone click and hold their names in the journal and then drag them out onto the map. And that should bring out your token.
Yeah. No, it's straight to me. Yeah, your feet are good.
You guys got that?
Like inching.
Yeah. Zignus is
Alright, now
out.
this one's like a kind of diagonal.
So,
It's not,
yeah,
like,
if you guys could pull out your
straight
tokens
to-
and
it's
place
not,
them
like, straight ahead, it's
on...
kind
Oh
of
shit, I had you on the
this
fucking world map. Sorry.
And then you're gonna
Oh.
Sorry.
step out to
Place 'em here.
I think.
My bad.
Where is a
And
bookseller?
corner so slightly.
There's actually a couple booksellers within Bright Market.
Like this.
All right. I will head to Bright Market.
Okay, that would be right here. I'm emoting.
Yay!
Okay.
Alright, you said you just drag and drop your name? Or
Click
your
and
icon?
drag your name from the journal
it's right here, it's right
onto the page. There you go.
It's open. I'm just trying to keep it open.
There we go. Okay. So let's start by clicking your tokens, your specific ones, and going into your sheet,
You're able to go
and
through?
clicking it actually highlights your token, just so you notice that. You go into your sheet and click initiative at the top. And that'll place you in the turn order based on your initiative roll.
It's like you have to jump in sideways.
And everyone remember
You might be able to go in sideways.
how to do that, because you'll need to do it every time for combat.
Where do I do initiative?
Top of your sheet, the middle, kinda.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
And make sure you click on your token before you... There we go. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're just missing...
Wasn't that either.
So we're just missing... there we go.
Bruh.
I'm gonna sort this, and we're gonna start at the top. Sylvan, why don't you go ahead and describe yourself and what you might be doing right now?
That was a mantle.
So I am a rogue with a very criminal background. My goal in life is to steal the shiniest stuff possible that I can find. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I am in front of the armory, perusing their wares and looking for anything that I could possibly get my hands on for free.
Okay. Well,
5-figure
Sunforge.
discount.
Yep. Sunforge Armory happens to be run by this lone dwarf. Not particularly tall, barely reaches halfway up your waist in height. He's hammering away at this longsword. And let's see, you're on approach, and you do see a couple of really nice looking, freshly crisp, like buffed up steel weaponry and different, like you see a nice looking bow that looks like it just had the band restrung and the tips reinforced, as well as the grip itself. It's like calling to you. But because he's got a pretty good view at the front of the shop where you would be approaching from, you don't see any other entrances besides the front end. You would have disadvantage.
Okay.
Plus you're out in the sunlight and he's in the dark.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scout around right now.
Okay. Well then, we will let you do so with a quick stealth or a perception. You'll probably be scouting involves more perception than stealth, although they can go hand in hand.
14.
Okay. The only other way you can see is through the roof, and that meaning you'd have to go in through the chimney. And you don't want to do that. Well, the forge is lit. You don't want to be doing that.
Yeah, too spicy for me right now.
But I'm just going to roll a quick something on the side here. Get my own dice out. Is everyone who wants to roll physical dice, they have that all good to go and shit?
Yep.
Okay.
I still have the gun.
God.
Oh,
Of course it's stuck. Damn leather. Okay. Got it. Let's see, you gotta... Yeah. He sees you slinking around outside, and he says, "Oi! Are you buying or leaving?" He just keeps hammering away.
Oh, sorry, good sir. I'm just looking around. I just shopping a bit.
Yeah, I know what you were doing. If you're gonna come in and buy something, at least pay fairly.
I was doing nothing of the sort. I'm leaving. I don't want your business anyway.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
Alright, next up, Zvagbest.
There we go.
Describe yourself and what you would be doing.
So, through this alley on the side walks a dark blue-skinned gnome, standing just over 3 feet tall, doesn't look so heavy. There's a confused look on his face as he's looking to try and grab someone's attention. From out of his voice,
He says, excuse me, can you please tell me where I'm at?
Oh,
he has no idea where he is in the world right now.
okay, now it works.
Well, you go up to a young female elven vendor who seems to be selling different fabrics and rolls of cloth. And she says, "Oh, darling, you look so lost. Well, you're in the Eclipse Alley first off, so do mind the dark spots." She points over to one kind of area of the alley where a good portion of this sort of upward sloping hill that meets the large exterior wall of the city, there's like a good 40 by 40 foot mass of just pure darkness. And there's also little other motes of darkness dotted around the area. But it seems that this...
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Keep going. I was just going to say, do I see anything in the darkness? I have superior dark vision. I can see in dim light within 120 feet as if it were bright light.
You'd have to get close to it, but there's a chance you could see something. But as of right now, she's continuing to answer your question. She says, "Well, you're in Los Angeles. Do you not know of this place?"
Los Angeles? I was trying to get to Baldur's Gate.
Oh, honey, I ain't never heard of any of that sort of place. Not here in Elyssara. Do you think... Oh my. Did you find your way through a portal of some kind?
Yeah. I come from Strixhaven. I stepped through a portal on my way and wound up here. At first I thought I was in the right place. It's just so large and bustling, but as I looked around, things just seem off.
Those are some strange names you're talking about. I don't know any of them still. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
If you're looking to at least try and get some more information or try and get your bearings, why don't you go visit... what are your beliefs? Do you look at the stars, read the signs in the stars? Are you a religious person? Do you...
I believe in what I can see. Gods exist, but they're just other forces in this world. Do you have any learned people here? Any mages? Where do people go to figure things out?
Oh, well, a couple places, actually. If you're looking to learn, you should go to the Resplendent Academy. It's actually part of the High Spire where the council is. Though I would try in there as well. There are also spots that you should avoid. And then another spot you might want to consider looking at is you could talk to what's his name? It starts with a T. Terry's. I think everyone just calls him Terry for short, but he runs the Arcane Alcove up near the Lustrous Quarters. He's very well versed in magical, not only apparatus, but he's learned in the ways of different types of spells. And not sure about the planes, though. You sound like you're probably from a different plane. And you're actually surprised. Sorry, I was going to say you're actually surprised at the amount of information that she knows about magic, or at least about the planes, which is kind of leading you to wonder, how much does this world know about the outer planes and the gods and different areas of existence?
Yeah, so with that on Zigbist's mind, he will say,
thank you so much. I'm Zigbist, by the way. What is your name?
Oh, you can just call me Lillian.
See me jumping?
Lillian, thank you so much. Oh,
so,
what's up?
It's not the traditional elven names. I'm sorry. My father was human.
Gonna be another invisible floor? Nope.
Thank you for your help, Lillian.
Yep, no problem. Before you go, can I interest you in any of these fine luminous silk? And she shows you this roll of cloth that seems to be rolled up with this brightly flashy, silken kind of material. Even though you are standing in a little bit of shadow, kind of cast by the city walls and the buildings around you, this thing still manages to catch whatever light is here and reflect it back.
Balloon come up. You shoot the torches.
Zigbis is going to look at it. His curiosity is piked, but he's starting to get his tunnel vision, and he'll say,
"Hey, thank you so much, Lilian. I will definitely stop back to take a look at that."
And without asking for directions on where any of this is, he's going to leave Eclipse Alley.
Okay. Yep, you would see that if you headed south, it kind of goes around the bend there into the one of the gates. You've already passed the entry checkpoint. They made sure that you didn't have any luminilla shards on you. They made sure you didn't have any contraband. And yeah, they let you go. So
right,
coming into the city... Sorry, I'll kind of go over to Tranquility now here, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Oh yeah, not at all.
Tranquility, go ahead and describe yourself and what you would be doing.
Currently, Tranquility is standing at a bookseller's little booth. She looks very pale and elegant, and has a sort of like goth-like dubiousness about her. Right now, she has her skirts kind of like wrapped around her ankles and pinned there with one hand. And with the other hand, she has the book raised. She thought she saw a shadow scuttling, and if it moves again, she's going to swat it with the book.
You're kind of like in this book trance. I mean, I would imagine you get into sort of a way when you start reading and you just kind of blot everything else out besides the occasional peripheral sighting. Is that true?
When she's reading, yes. Right now, she is very suspicious about the scuttling shadows, so she's just prepared to swat with the book.
Okay. You hear the stall owner, who's this gnome gentleman, kind of dressed up and with actually pretty nicely. He's got this green vest on with a white undershirt. He's got a mustache and a goatee. They're both pointed and well groomed. And he's got a monocle on, and he just kind of looks up at you, kind of breaking your concentration a little bit, and he says, "Oh yes. Don't mind the shadows. They're everywhere, you see."
Tranquility unreadies her attack, and in a very, I cannot do voices, so picture an extremely posh accent, just like ridiculously posh, like overdone posh.
Well, you can just speak
Okay, yes.
as yourself, and then...
Goody.
Oh my god.
Are they unusually active today? I haven't noticed anything yet. kind of peered dubiously at one of them. Like, if it's going to move, she's still prepared to jump back.
He says, yes. Unfortunately, you can't get away from it. Not after the first eclipse, you see.
She kind of shudders very gently and then glances at the book in her hand and says, "Oh, did I pay for this, good sir?"
No, you didn't. In fact, you've been standing there reading that for quite a while.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's so easy to get caught up in a good book. And then she will dig in her pockets, well, whatever small, fancy handbag she would be carrying, and comes up with, is it silver?
Yeah, it would be silver.
Okay. She comes up with a couple of silver, which I will mark on my character sheet as soon as I figure out how many silver and gold.
He asks you for 1 silver.
Okay, she pays for the book. And then she resumes bearing her nose in it because, dang, this is good. And if the shadows are harmless, the shadows are harmless.
He says, "Well, thank you. Well, actually kind of gave me an idea. Maybe I'll start charging by the minute."
She gives him a kind of a distracted wave as if she's totally listening.
Have a good day. And I guess you kind of wander off.
Yeah, after a few minutes, she'll realize her feet are getting tired and go find a place to sit down, but she will not be wandering towards the festival. She has a very strict rule for herself about that.
Right. It seems though it's early in the morning. By the way, it is approximately like 8:30 in the morning. And it is the beginning of the week. what you would call, or what we would call Sunday, but I'm still working on the calendar stuff.
How many you grab?
So Sunday meaning, I think I'm just going to call it Bright Day. I think that's what I remember calling it, yeah. Which is the longest day of the week, for at least for them now, because they're getting everything set up for the festival later, which will be starting precisely at noon, when the sun is highest in the sky. Alright, so you avoid everyone walking by with banners, and one kid who's like barely half your size, he runs by carrying like what seems to be a dozen metallic kind of torch-shaped objects. You don't know what those are for. You've even seen bits and bobs from various traders and sellers kind of being carted away for presumably the festivities. You do see also that some people have fireworks.
Where do we have to go through?
So it seems, though the smiles on everyone's faces are there, you're still kind of lost in your book. And by the way, the book is, I don't know, what would you say it's about? I mean, I can say what it would be about. I would have to roll something, though.
It is a romance novel. She is very unaware of the racy scenes later on in it, so currently she's just like immersed in public in the book.
You mean like in the Grapes of Wrath, where the last paragraph is the guy like basically getting milk from the woman?
What?
It's like, whoa!
Why do you always have just these obscure things you know?
I'm sorry.
Well, yes, I have not put that much thought into it, so I cannot tell you what kind of raciness, but yes, she is.
Oh wait, there's another one here.
Later on, she'll be covering her face with one hand and peeping through her fingers, but for now, she's just quietly reading.
Okay. You find a nice quiet place to sit. We'll say somewhere over... I'm just going to move your token. Kind of wander off over near this roadway here.
Okey-dokey.
And you find a bench, stone bench, alongside a grassy knoll with some trees behind you. And you sit down. Some horses are trotting by, carrying carts full of stuff. And you sit and read.
Yep.
I am happy there.
Alright. Fimbulbach. Go ahead and just... I had to stop myself there for a second. Go ahead and describe yourself and what you're doing.
Okay, currently my character is in this little area where they sell the books. I'm imagining my character has gotten it into his head like an ADH need. He was like, I'm gonna go buy a great axe and adventuring gear, and I'm gonna be an adventurer. And right after he's gone and done that, he was on his way home, and he was like, that's a great book stand. So I'm gonna quickly dip in and peruse any romance books that they might have.
Well, it seems... Well, I'm just going to... Because it's basically the same book stand. There's a few, but this guy has the best selection.
Perfect.
You see this gnomish, well-dressed man standing behind the booth, sorting through a few stacks of books, taking some down, putting some up, dusting some of them off, wiping some binds. Adjusts his monocle as you approach. Hello, my good man. Oh, well, aren't you a rare occurrence? Can't say I've seen a bugbear in the city limits before. They let you through?
Yes, I was born here, actually. Well, I was brought here as a child.
You stuck?
Forgive the language, but you're shitting me.
Sure. Is your mic working, CG?
Oh, sorry about that. Turns out that a gnome family found me thinking I was a little goblin in need of a home, but turns out I was an entire bugbear.
Well, you're pretty well spoken for you being you.
Why, thank you. I have worked very hard. But
might I just compliment your, well, that beard. Where do you get your hair done?
I do it myself. I've collected a couple of plants and basically mashed them down to an oil and just apply that to the beard every once in a while. Gotta keep it looking nice.
Well, you certainly are dressed well, and you have to be the most astute-looking bugbear that I've seen, let alone survive even seeing one. Kind of whispers under his breath.
I'm the most well-dressed bugbear I've ever seen as well, seeing as I'm the only bugbear I've ever seen.
Well, so you've come to peruse. What are you looking for?
I wasn't looking for anything in particular, but there is this very interesting book I just saw a young lady walk away with. That one looked very good. I'd like to buy that. And do you happen to know where there's any... Oh, don't tell me that was the last one.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything by the same author?
Not author, no, but perhaps I can make a suggestion.
Okay, sounds good to me.
He's gonna roll, but it's actually me that's gonna roll.
Okay.
Just to quickly check. So, oh my god, okay. He pulls out of a stack of his left. It seems to be slightly older looking tomes. A smaller kind of, maybe a hand journal, not even really a journal, it's just like a small book with very few pages. But you see, as he presents it to you, it is titled The Love Tales of Kalia and Selunia.
Okay. Sounds perfect. I would love to buy this.
He hands it to you. You know what? On the house.
I greatly appreciate it. I will tell all of my friends about this establishment, and I make sure to write down the name of the establishment.
And just FYI, this is not going to play like Baldur's Gate 3 where it's just like, oh, you know, you make a roll and something happens. Well, I get to make rolls too. And sometimes when I make rolls, I might come up with certain things that would happen. Like, for example, he gave you that on the house because I happened to roll a 100 on the D100.
Jesus. Fuck yeah. Let's go.
So yeah, there's like little random tidbits, and I did the same for you, Tranquility. I rolled on the side to see if he was gonna, you know, maybe give you a discount or like offer up something else, maybe significant. But your roll was unfortunately not quite as good as that.
Sometimes the dice say no.
All right, so yeah, he just hands it to you, and he says, "Well, I hope you enjoy it. I've read that thing countless times."
I'm sure it'll be great if you're the one recommending it. But I should be off. I plan on buying my parents a couple pastries before the festival ends. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off to that.
Oh, get them before they're gone. They are good.
Yes. I'll make sure to bring you back one. Thanks for the book.
Oh, you don't have to. No. Seriously. Just take that, be on your way, enjoy your day, and the festivities later.
I will. And you'll enjoy your piece of cake or what have you.
Ah, damn it.
Have a great day, sir.
And you walk. He's just like, fuck. No. He doesn't say that.
Which
That's
way
too
would
harsh.
the pastries be?
Well, they would still be in Bright Market, so you just kind of
Okay.
like round a corner or two and you'd find it.
I'm gonna just buy myself and my parents like a couple of pastries and then swing by and leave it on his stand when he's not looking.
Okay. Yeah, ooh, you know what? When he's not looking, roll me a stealth check. Just for fucks. And oof. All right, so you go in to drop off that piece of cake there. It's like all nicely wrapped up in this nice package, and it's got a little bow on it. You're one for gift giving.
Yep.
And you go to set it down, and you just so happen to like accidentally, one of your big ass hands just knocks over a stack of books, and he just turns around. He's like, "I told you not to give it." Oh, ooh. He like sniffs the air. He walks up to you. Is that honey glazed cake?
I believe so. And I try to fix the books immediately.
Oh, don't worry. Just leave that. Okay, yes, you can leave both baths. Just leave.
Okay, I'm leaving. And I take the book and I put it, I lift my top hat and put it there. And then I put my top hat back on and I walk away quickly.
Alright, and you get your shit. Alright. I'm gonna switch over to Drunk. Drunk. Go ahead and describe yourself and what you're doing.
So, Drunk is a very pale elf. His most noticeable feature is that he is just covered from head to toe in scars that sort of form almost a tattoo-like pattern all over his body, his face, his hands. And most of the time, he's, at least right now, he's wearing sort of what might have been fairly nice, high-class, tunic and pants, but they're pretty worn, some suspicious stains. And he's just sort of sitting on the staircase here, observing the water and sort of taking it all in. He has one of those faces that you can sort of tell that he's normally, looking pretty down and melancholy, but he looks pretty sated and content right now. Recently found himself a nice meal and is just taking in the morning air.
You sit upon these really just cold, yet they were cold a moment ago until the sun kind of peeked out from beyond the clouds and lit up the stairs, provided a little warmth. It's kind of something you've not really experienced much of in your existence. And some small groups of people actually are walking up and down the stairs past you. Some of them are giving you strange glances.
Did it all with,
you're not quite sure how people act or react in certain scenarios, or even kind of what they mean half the time, because you're just not well versed in those things yet.
Yeah, I think Drunk is sort of used to people staring and just at this point doesn't really bother to try to make anything of it, unless it's something that he can maybe stand to benefit from. So I think at this point he's probably considering paying another visit up to the Church of Pelor.
Okay. You are a stand, and then you hear just like this little scuff, like a scraping of maybe someone moving closely next to you very quickly, and you turn to see a young girl, Elvin. She's got the sort of like longer brown hair tied in a ponytail. It's braided at the back as well. And she says, "Are you okay? You look hurt."
I think Drunk tilts his head 45 degrees to the side like a dog and pauses, and then tilts it in the other direction.
Maybe like halfway.
And then looks at his hands,
You don't have to go low.
and then back at her, and goes, "These are old. Had these long time. Not hurt. Fine."
Oh, okay. She seems to be... I don't know. Roll me a intelligence check. So you do that by clicking the name or the word intelligence on your stats on the far left.
Yeah,
there.
with my -2.
Oh.
Okay, a 6. You have no fucking clue whatsoever how old this girl is, but she does appear to be pretty young. As far as elven standards go, it could be anything. She could be anywhere between, for all you know, like 4 and 30 for for her current stature.
I think Drunk sort of like leans down the way that, adults sometimes talk to children, and crouches a little, sort of bending at the knee, and goes, "You okay?" "I'm okay. You good?"
Can you?
I'm good. Yes. I just... You looked lonely.
I'm gonna be an 8. I'm gonna try and do it as number 8.
Do you not have any friends?
Oh my god, I did it!
No friends.
Try it. It might work.
Not lonely. Enjoying the morning sun.
No.
Nice out.
Scan the 8. See if that works.
It is
I
beautiful.
did it my first try.
It is.
Jeff, you can go ahead and add notes into your actual character in the Legend Keeper,
Oh, okay.
if you'd like. Yep. That way everyone can see them. Or if you have any secret ones, you can just send them to me privately and I'll add them in.
No, nothing secret. I just wanted to kind of write down what had happened with the armory and stuff like that.
Right, gotcha, yep. Okay. Alright, so she says... she says...
Oh, let me get it to...
Are you going to see the parade later?
Yeah, alright.
Before he answers, can I do like a perception or an insight or something to like check my pockets to see if she pickpocketed me? I think I'm suspicious of why she was hanging out so close and sort of like appeared all of a sudden.
Sure, yep. Go ahead and roll a... I guess whatever... What are you doing? Are you checking your pockets? Are you actively looking to see if she's doing anything? Or are you trying to gauge her disposition towards you?
I guess maybe both. I mean, I'd like to just kind of like quietly pat my pockets and then also just kind of get a read on her.
So then what we'll do, if you're going to quietly pat your pockets, I'll take a sleight of hand check, and if you want to get a read on her, an insight check.
Okay. Can I do both?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so we'll do sleight of hand
It's really
first.
at like 20
Okay.
minutes.
You don't feel anything missing.
10 seconds.
Okay, alright. And then I guess I'll do insight. Ooh.
This is the strangest thing. You kind of wandered into Los Angeles one day, didn't you?
Yeah, a bit.
This is the first time that anyone has ever actually approached you, just simply out of the kindness of their hearts. And let it be known that it came from a kid.
Yeah. I think Drunk will say, "Thank you for checking on me. Nice of you."
It's okay. Maybe I'll see you at the parade?
Yeah. See you at the parade.
Jumping too soon.
She gets up and heads down the stairs. You can see that it looks like maybe her mother or... Yeah, it looks like her mother or maybe bigger sister is kind of waving at her from down lower on the steps. She's kind of yelling. It's like, hey, come on.
Yep.
And she turns back and looks at you one more time and waves, smiling.
I'll mimic the motion,
Yeah,
like
so it's
almost
like
identically,
everyone's
and like kind of a
straight
creepy,
to
like almost,
the
almost like might be perceived as
and
like
then
mocking, like
jump
kind of the
in.
way that you repeat
If I don't hit my head
someone
on the
saying
bucket,
something,
Mhm.
but
You're like, yeah.
Drunk just
mm.
does his best to wave and
I almost
smile.
hit it.
Like
All right.
real bad uncanny valley.
Real
whatever it
bad
is.
uncanny valley, yeah.
All right, so you stand up and head up the street. You remember exactly where the Church of
Right.
Pelor is. It's literally just up the way. It's a tall, tower-like structure. And at the top of the church itself, where the bell is hanging, there's also a luminolith shard that has been housed. Yep, right up top there. And it actually provides a bit of glow, sort of a beacon. They actually nickname it Pelor's Beacon because it has never
How did you
ceased
just go so high?
its light, and it always kind of acts as, I guess, technically kind of a lighthouse too, because of all of the ships that come in through Starfall Shores.
Okay.
So, we will get to Emberin, if that's okay, and then we will move along here. Emberin, go ahead and describe yourself and what you're doing.
Oh boy. I came prepared. Emberin is a fairly tall, charcoal grade fire genasi, more akin to lava.
Why does it say I have 30?
Flaming hair. Because, yeah, that's the aesthetic we're going for. Sleeveless long coat, armored sleeve, and an executioner style great sword slung on his back. All sorts of cracks and vein like
mantle option in your settings. It's either you hold
decals, I
forward or
guess.
you double tap
Cracks in his
A.
skin.
Mine's
Fissures.
hold
Yep.
forward,
That's the
so
word,
maybe
fissures.
smash A and help you.
Giving off soft glows of heat. And he's waking up in this little patch grove back here.
All right. You jolt awake,
The serpentine.
and a warm breeze kind of blows through a small little grove that you're kind of sitting in. You were laying down completely, but you awaken to see not only people passing by you on the road just close by, but also you see there's a stone bench just ahead of you, and there is presumably a someone, it looks like a female maybe, she's wearing this strange clothing, but she's reading a book. Her head is nose deep in a book.
At this point, I'm gonna start throwing my controller in the air. To get the
Excuse me, you're
boost.
not sure how you got here.
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna stand up, check all my pockets, my bag, my sword, make sure everything's accounted for.
Let me just roll a D100 here real quick.
And I've been robbed.
Actually, no, you're fine.
Might be a minute. 'Cause now I'm struggling all of a sudden.
You are fine.
Alright.
You check, you got all your gold, your belongings, your sword.
My whole 4 gold.
Do you really only have 4 gold? What? I thought you started with oh, right, you bought shit.
Not my
Okay.
equipment, I'm poor.
Alright, well maybe we'll fix that with the festivities coming up here.
Oh, that's the hope.
Come on, you bitch.
In fact, that's kind of what my idea was going to be here. So with the Festival of the Sun, there are certain events that take place throughout the day.
Yeah, alright.
And you could potentially win some cash if you're good at it.
Apple is right
Oh
here.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll step out the grove. It's really bright. Stretch my back.
You see a ton of people are going by just
There we go.
carrying different wares and goods and
My God.
necessities. Looks like a lot of cloth and canopies and tents.
Crap's there, I think.
Am I familiar with Los Angeles at all?
Roll me a history.
What are you doing?
Oh boy, I'm so good at intelligence things.
There's no coin up here? Sorry.
A 6.
All right. It seems that Lysandrelus, though you have heard of it, you've only just arrived. In fact, you don't really know how exactly you got through the checkpoints at the entrances. You don't remember any bit of that at all.
I'm gonna sit there, hands on my hips, nod. All right.
Somebody just cast a spell on you.
All right. Where the hell am I?
Tranquility, you overhear someone kind of speaking behind you.
No, I see a flicker of light on my book, and I hear something, but I don't register it because I look up and there is a man on fire, so I immediately throw a Spare the Dying on him. That is a touch spell, so you can move back if you want.
So,
Look to my side and there's just a woman touching me.
yeah, she touches you, and you just kind of, nothing happens. You kind of feel this wave of maybe a little bit of some kind of energetic force pass over your body, but nothing happens. And in fact, for you, Tranquility, he's still on fire.
Can I help you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's normal for you, isn't it? I beg your pardon, and Tranquility is now very confused and embarrassed and looking for a book that she just dropped in the grass.
What? What's normal? I just walked out of a grove.
You're on fire!
I'm on fire, Genasi.
Yes, I just figured that out. I am so sorry. I'm sorry, were you not intending to walk out of the grove? Where are you intending to walk?
I just woke up. To be real honest, I have no clue where I am or how I got here.
Oh, well, she sort of points around, like with a big swoop of her arm. She's still kind of confused and off balance, so she says, a festival, like Lysandrelus.
Uh-huh.
You have no idea what she's talking. I mean, you've heard of Lysandrelus, but
And Tranquility is off balance enough that she bends down, picks up, well, no, she crouches elegantly, picks up her book, points to it and says, book?
That is, in fact, a book.
She nods.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. And she kind of like elegantly goths back onto the bench.
you notice, Emberin, that this woman appears to be wearing kind of finery of a different sort. It's more elegant and refined and kind of light.
How the heck? Oh.
If that makes sense.
Sure.
Doesn't seem to be a kind of clothing that you've seen before.
I'm from a farming town. I don't think so.
Yeah. So she looks like she could be maybe of some kind of regal sort, or maybe nobility.
Cool. Well, you enjoy your book, madam. I'm gonna go find a tavern.
Tranquility has actually not noticed very many taverns. That's not the sort of thing that she would like catch in her brain's registry. So she just kind of gives you a little farewell nod and a kind of an almost dismissive gesture. Oh, have a wonderful morning.
Is it morning? Oh man.
I guess Emberin,
Just up the road.
so let me just roll something here. Actually, why don't you roll me a D100? How about that?
How about I do that?
Whoa.
10.
Okay.
Whoops.
All right. You actually somehow managed to turn yourself in a direction that leads you straight to a building just north of you that is called the Golden Oak Inn.
I'll walk past Tranquility and give her like the awkward finger gun, like, see you around.
As soon as you approach, you notice that just out front of this kind of modest structure that's jutted against a stone wall, sort of an upper pathway section that goes above, if you can see it on the map there, This inn has a really large oak tree out front, very old, and it seems to have this really soft yellow-hued, slightly sun golden colored leaves. And almost like as soon as you approach, there's a soft breeze that comes off of the shores, and it moves the leaves in sort of a wispy, sort of calming way. And something just kind of fills your heart with a little bit of warmth. And everything just seems a little bit better. And you approach the inn. And as you go through the front door, inside, though it's relatively early, there are a few people inside, sitting at tables. All of the tables are round, and there is a long L-shaped bar that kind of envelops one corner of the main dining area. Individuals sitting at tables, they're all eating their breakfast. Seems a few people have stayed over for the night previous. And this half-elven gentleman kind of rounds the bar, and he says, "Hey, just so you know, please don't go anywhere near the wood with that."
Look around like, with what?
With yourself. I mean, do you see this wood? It's lacquered. This place would go up in an instant.
I don't produce actual heat.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, welcome then. Sorry for the brash and rather, I guess, somewhat rude introduction. Let's start again.
We don't get many of my kind around here, do you?
No, sorry. Welcome. You can call me Eli.
Pleasure. Put a hand out.
He shakes it reluctantly, not sure if he's going to get burned, but he realizes that there's nothing to be afraid of as soon as he puts his hand close and doesn't feel any excruciating pain from the warmth.
Oh my god, I never would have seen that.
And once he looks closely, the hair just more or less moves like flame. It doesn't actually produce heat.
Right. He shakes it and he says, "Well, can't say I've seen too many of your kind through here."
Especially like me, I'm a bit more of a special case.
Wait, where are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
In more ways than one, I'm sure. Looking to rent a room. Perhaps get a drink, maybe some food.
Definitely a drink first.
Douse those flames, shall we? Heads over to the bar. He says, "So, what do you like drinking?"
What you got on tap?
We have, some rather fine ale from up north. We got some wine from Luminethril. It seems they've stepped up their game in that department. We also have some barrel-aged spirit. I'm not sure your avenue, your walks of life. What do you prefer?
Ooh, that was good.
Kind of bounce around from a small farm in town, so...
Ooh, farm. Okay, that leads me to this. And he reaches underneath the counter where you're sitting at, and he pulls out a deep blue colored glass bottle. And he uncorks the stopper. He says, "Just take a quick whiff of this."
And
he holds it to you.
Whiff.
Yeah, he holds it to your nose, and all you smell is brimstone, sulfur, and fire. Smoke.
Ooh.
Says this is a special blend.
Did you just make that?
Distilled spirit.
Oh. Whoa.
Very rare.
There's a...
Consider this an honor on your part, because I normally charge a gold piece just for one shot. And he kind of pours the tiniest little thimble of it for you. He
How's
says,
it taste?
Well, you sniff it first. Like you get like this earthen, slight bitterness and sweetness, and kind of backed by a little bit of a fruity note, and then all of it is carried through a smoky flavor or a smoky note. And you take a sip, and it's almost like someone had fire roasted cherries and raspberries and strawberries, and then caramelized them with some stuff, and then threw it into a still with some really strong alcohol. It's delicious. Oh yeah, by the way, for those of you who are wondering, I have been a home brewer for approximately 16 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
16. Yeah, 16
wow.
years. So I've made mead, beer, wine, cider, all sorts of stuff. So, any questions you guys got behind any of that, come to me.
Cool.
Mhm.
Nice.
And I fucking love Scotch, by the way, carnivorous.
Yeah, you said smoky,
Lagavulin.
Yeah, Lagavulin. I have some Lafroig in the cabinet right now. I might go
Nice.
get, honestly.
Never tried Scotch yet.
It's like drinking an ashtray if some people don't really like it, but it is
Hell
an
yeah.
acquired taste, yes.
Interesting.
Burn
I'll
some
stick to
moss and
tequila.
run water through the ashes.
All right.
Oh.
So he hands this to you, and you sniff it, you drink it a little bit, and it just goes down smooth and warm, and it actually kind of doesn't really douse your fire, but it certainly lights it up, kindles it a bit more, and you just go. It's like one of those shivering yet warming aspects.
You said it was a gold for a shot?
Oh, it's close.
Yes. So something tells me you can afford it.
Blue, green. Is that like yellow?
Huh?
He looks at you kind of slyly. Are you not a mercenary or adventurer?
I do contract work every now and again.
Just hit 'em in that order, Brady.
So you can potentially afford a shot of this.
One.
Oh, I can afford a shot. There's the only thing is it's a shot.
Well, it's interesting that you do like this. Comes from a special place. Place you might be familiar with, actually, depending on your lineage, that is.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Never you mind. So that was on the house. Do you want to buy anything else?
I'll put up a gold for a shot.
Okay. His eyes light up. He's like, yes, I'm selling this shit. Finally. He pours you a shot. And you actually notice that a number of the other patrons in the inn have taken notice. You're kind of a
105?
big coin pouch kind of guy.
Right here.
Yeah, my whole 3 coin remaining. Totally.
No, it's not like a menacing thing. It's just like, hey, look at this big spender here buying all the expensive shit.
Found it.
Yeah. I'm totally not almost broke.
All right. So now that everyone has had a quick turn with their characters, what I want to do is progress a little bit through time. I want to revisit some characters that had some other things they were going to do. For example, Drunk with your Church of Pelor scene. Zigbist with your... Well, they said that you should go... Yeah. Fimblebach, you probably would go back to your family, yes?
Correct.
Okay. Tranquility, you would be still reading?
Probably.
Because I got to tell you, reading becomes very difficult when there's a parade going.
Yeah, I was gonna
from
say.
the streets in front of you.
As the bustle starts to pick up a bit and it begins to become indecorous for her to be in a festival, I think she's going to retreat
Yeah, there's
towards
definitely a
the
hole behind the mirror, I
church,
can see it.
probably,
Right.
or some other place that would seem quiet to her, which potentially would be the wizard's library or such.
Okay. I like it. Alright.
Well,
Sylvan,
it's-
you kind of found yourself chased away by the shop owner at Sunforge Armory.
That's only 100.
And you're walking away from
I still have 900.
that area.
Oh, that's
You're
the most
like
annoying sound on the road.
figuring there's gotta be other areas that have good shit, right?
Okay. That was annoying.
I'm probably gonna head into the market area where the most of the people kind of hang out.
Okay. When you do so, let's see, we're gonna shift the time to approximately maybe 9:30. We'll say that like a whole hour has passed since everybody's done their stuff. Let's see. You get into Bright Market, and do you have anything in mind that you're looking for?
I think that I'm gonna start looking for any loose coin purses that I can grab from.
Okay. Well, let's see here. There's a good amount of people within Bright Market currently at the time. And I'm assuming, just choosing random victims.
Oh, he just runs in mantles.
I think I'll probably look
He
for the
runs in
people who
mantles
might
at
be a
it,
little
so,
more
like, the thing we did earlier,
well dressed.
where you don't have to jump,
That
you
way,
just go
Okay.
for it.
they typically would have more to choose from.
Alright, let me just roll something here. Oh my god. Okay, well, for some reason at this particular time of day, there's a lot of well-dressed, well-to-do individuals making their rounds through the market. It seems maybe you caught them at a point where they're trying to get ahead of the competition, so to speak, like get in there before others try and swoop in with their cash. So, like, it's like the person waiting in line at the movie theater for the fucking movie to come out.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
Not to say that's
We can go
bad,
back up.
Right.
but it's
Oh,
someone who
go in
comes
there.
prepared with certain things. So yeah, there's a few.
That's where we came from.
Alright, so you
Up,
pick
up.
your target. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand.
Yeah. Up. And then a hidden one back here.
Okay. Let's see. You pass by a rather well-dressed elven gentleman. He's got these long green robes on with gold trim. Sort of a brown leather belt cinched across his waist. He's got his coin purse to his side. He totally doesn't expect to be robbed.
No, don't.
But you
don't
do.
that again.
You rob him.
Seeing something
You kind of
stuck in
brush
my
up
wallet,
against him,
probably.
and he says, "Oh, my apologies, sorry."
Oh, sorry about that, sir.
And you nab. Let's see here. Let me just roll quick thing here. Haha, 10 gold. What?
Jackpot.
Already richer than me.
Christ.
Wow.
Did you get anything from the two?
Alright, so I need to roll a quick perception on his part. Okay, nat 1.
Ah, crap.
That'll basically seal
Oh
that
my
deal.
God.
If you guys need anything, let me know.
Damn it, Fresh.
Where do I?
Yeah,
I
go
just
buy a
gotta-
healing potion.
You just got a snowball from this early lead.
Oh, I got it. That's the GP one, right?
Gold points, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So that
you
was
know
10
what?
gold, you said?
Hold on. Have the door
10.
swing out towards us. We probably have to jump on the door.
After a short while of you passing by him and nabbing his gold, you just hear this sort of like outcry of like, "Well, what the?
Oh, Jesus.
stole my-"
Oh,
And that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
So you move your way through the market, Sylvan. It's at this point that
So funny.
a rather slightly old. Sorry, I need to. That was not what I wanted to do at all. Hang on.
Wait, I wonder, do we go
'Kay.
back maybe? And can we go up even? Oh, we can go higher.
An older
Here.
woman.
On the couch. Let me go first. We're gonna
Here's
hide
elvish
behind the wall so I don't get
in
lost
nature.
away.
You walk past her booth, and you see that there's just a bunch of really weird things on her
Oh, that's a big skull.
booth tabletop.
Straight
Just
across.
random too. Bits and pieces of what look like bone, and then there's like metallic objects like pendants. There's a dagger. There's a short sword, and there's also a crystal ball. And then there's like a set of dice.
Imagine trying to do this with like.
And
a
she
bunch of
walks
people.
past you. She says, "You, come close."
I can't mark anywhere like.
Okay, I'll walk in close and
Oh, I
see
see.
what she's got to offer.
You look of the. You look of that particular type. Now, don't lie, please. There's a number of wares I have available here that I think
Throw it while
you
walking
could
forward,
benefit
keep
from.
walking forward and like run and jump all at the same
Well, I
time.
have been in the market
Well,
for a
I'm
new
always
dagger.
sprinting.
Oh, I was just looking at this over here,
I noticed
and
there's
she
a target up in the corner
grabs
over
a
there.
set of dice,
Oh, I didn't realize I had
and
that.
she kind of leans in
So what?
and whispers. She says,
Oh, it gave me a jetpack.
"This dice set is weighted."
So jump and hold A.
Weighted dice, you say?
You could win a number of gambling, well, competitions with this.
Okay, might I hold them for a second? Can I look at them?
Oh, right here.
Sure. Yes, absolutely.
Did I miss?
So at this point, I want to
missed.
check to make sure that she's not actually lying to me.
Oh, that way.
I guess roll me a
Yeah,
perception.
Face the other direction. There you go.
Okay. Just by the weight of things in your hand, you do feel it's slightly off. Like the center of gravity is just
14 already.
slightly askewed
Already. Like we haven't been
to
doing
one
this for
side,
years.
and it happens to be the 6 face of the die.
You can go through the wall.
Okay,
right
these seem pretty legit. How much?
here, like in between the broken pieces.
How much do you got?
I am asking you how much you're selling them for.
Okay. Fine, playing hardball, I see.
Yeah.
20 gold?
20 gold? That's insane. No thanks.
Oh, please. Do you want to maybe try and persuade her, or
I mean, I could try and persuade her into a lower price, but 20 gold's insane. Especially
Yep.
considering it was a big deal when I just stole
Oh.
10 of it.
basically think of the kickback that you could get from weighted dice versus the 20 gold?
That's true. They could pay for themselves eventually. All right,
So,
fine. Yeah, let me see. Can we make a deal? How about that?
Roll me a persuasion.
Yeah.
She looks at you. She says, "Okay, 10."
Deal.
She smiles, hands you the
I think
dice.
I found it. Yeah, I found it.
Good
Hidden
doing
in the,
business with you.
Like wood piles over here.
Do you see
Likewise.
anything else that you might want? I mean, look at this. She holds up the crystal ball, which does appear to be pretty legit. I mean, as far as what you've seen a crystal ball to be.
I'm not much into divination. I don't know what I can do with a crystal ball.
Oh, honey, don't think about what you can do for the crystal ball. Think about what the crystal ball can do for you.
Can you elaborate on that? Because I don't know what it's going to be able to do for me at all.
Well, so you don't... Okay, well, I guess it's not going to really matter at this point. You don't really have any magical prowess, it seems. Not judging by first appearances. Do you think... Well, okay, how about this? And she reaches over, excuse me, and grabs one of the brooches that's laying on her table. Looks to be in the... Jesus, excuse me. The shape of a... what appears to be maybe like a ladybug.
Is it really shiny?
It definitely is shiny. It's got this gold tint to it, and it does appear to be actually made of gold.
Okay, so that definitely piques my interest. I would be very much interested in learning more about this.
Okay. She says, well, this is... I think it would really complement most attire these days. And that beautiful silver hair of yours, it just seems like... it would be so fitting. Maybe wear it upon your lapel there. And she kind of like brushes a little bit of your collar area. And she holds the pendant up to the collar as she says, yes, that's gorgeous.
This does look nice. Okay, how much?
That would be really cool is if they initiated some sort of thing where you could, like, just pull people up if they get stuck or something.
Perhaps... Well, let me just roll something here. I want to make sure that this is going to... pencil out, so to speak. Okay, she says she can let it go for 5 gold.
I did do it on this side, though. I don't think there's more space
3.
there. I don't think you really need, like,
Roll me a persuasion. Or, if you're not proficient in persuasion, a simple charisma check will do it, too.
While, like, holding forward.
They're both at a 3, so I guess it doesn't matter, right?
Not particularly.
11.
Okay, she says 4. And we have a deal.
Fine.
Oh dear, you made a great choice. And she kind of pulls out the object in nature and gets it nicely wrapped up for you and hands it to you. You take her, well, rather, she takes your payment. And
is this a brooch, you said?
Yeah, a brooch. Kind of, you could wear it either in your hair or along the center clasp of your cloak or on your shoulder plate.
I'm gonna wear this on my cloak as a clasp.
Okay. Roll me a D100 real quick, please.
That was weird. I didn't even, like... I ran and
I want to see
and
something.
Stopped like it was gonna
33.
drop in a minute. So,
wow. Okay.
Good wow,
So-
bad wow. What kind of wow?
It's a good wow.
I like good wows.
So one of the things that I like to do in sort of the randomness of these kinds of games is I like to roll a D100 myself, and then I ask a player to roll a D100, usually when they're trying to provide a bit of randomness in the game. I don't rely simply on one roll, I rely on both rolls. So what I do is, I roll something, a D100, and based on my result, if it's within a certain step or range of the player's roll, they will succeed in whatever they're trying to do, or look for, or accomplish. So it's just kind of a slightly more randomized approach to things.
Cool.
So according to my roll here, I rolled a 40, and I was looking for a range of 20. So you got within my range.
Well, that's
It's
good,
like
but what does it
just
mean?
enough
That
space.
means that you succeed on your sort of negotiation there.
All right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, 'cause
also
every time you jump up here,
that you
you're
get something
definitely, like,
special here.
halfway
Sorry, ignore
above
that.
the floor.
I was trying to
the
tidy my
bottom.
sheet.
That's all right.
I thought that was a
So-
special thing I'm getting for a second.
Oh no! Well, hang on.
You're getting mind slivered. Here's your special thing.
Special treat just for you, Sylvan.
Enjoy the lobotomy.
Hey!
All right. So, the brooch does, as soon as you kind of attach it to your cloak clasp, or make it your clasp for your cloak, there's a wave of energy that washes over you.
Like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
It would appear that the vendor that sold you this brooch did not realize that it was actually a symbol of protection. So you just got a
Alright.
cheap ass +1 to your AC.
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Those aren't super easy to get in D&D either.
So should I
Yeah.
just add that to my AC now so that make that 15?
So what you can do is, if there's a modifier to your AC in the cog menu, which I believe there is,
Oh my god.
you
Menu.
can
Hang on.
add that in there, or just throw a brooch of protection +1 in your items and make
Okay.
sure that that's Okay, that's honestly, you got lucky with that roll. You got within a very specific amount. So I hope that everyone's kind of like, oh my god, I want something now.
Alright,
Yeah.
got it.
I want toys,
That
yes.
stupid box back
Toys are good, and you can get
Especially
them.
AC, hell yeah.
Yeah, you just got
Okay,
to
alright.
know where to get them. Anyways, let's see here.
I have
Sylvan-
a question. Sorry.
Yep, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I think I accidentally put the wrong weapon. I think I have a great sword instead of a great axe, but I don't know how to delete it and switch it out for the other.
So do you see the lock symbol kind of in that area there that you're looking at for your...
Yes, I see that.
So if you click that, it'll unlock the items you have in that particular section,
Oh, cool.
and then you can delete them or modify them or whatever.
Oh, I did it by accident.
Sweet.
The one
Perfect,
that's
thank
in
you.
that corner.
Yep.
Get on top
Alright.
of that shelf, and there's an emote.
All right.
sign.
Oh boy, let's go on. Let's see, Sylvan. So you had your little moment here with the brooch. So he,
Alright.
let's see, you buy that.
I
I'm
also
just trying
bought
to-
the weighted dice.
Yep.
This
He
last one.
he takes your payment. She smiles slyly, and she says, "Anything else?"
This is Scarecrow and
No, I don't think so. Like, this is great. Thank you.
All right. So you head
Yeah, we
off.
just got like over 100,000.
Let's see here. Let's go through
Damn. And I'm halfway to the
Vigbus.
third.
You head.
Damn.
Where were you heading? You said you were heading up the street and trying to find some information regarding where you are.
Yes. So Zigbist is just wandering around. He didn't really ask, but he's trying to get to the Resplendent Academy
Have a
first.
good night.
Okay. So are you going just by instinct, or are you actually going to ask someone for directions?
I'm just gonna go by instinct. which is what Zigbist would do. The Resplendent Academy sort of gives an image of like something pretty magnificent. So he'd walk around and like look for the first magnificent building he saw and be like, "Is this it?" And then just go from there.
Right. Well, the first magnificent building that you would actually see is the Church of Pelor, and you're coming up on it now as you come up the street, sort of a long slope upwards. You're just like, oh my god, that's beautiful, and you can actually see the sun reflecting off of the sparkling of the alabaster stone that makes up the integrity of the tower. And you head inside.
Clearly this must be the Resplendent Academy.
You head inside, and there is a large circular base room that you walk into. You pass through these massive double doors, arched double doors, that is. And you walk into this very echoey, tall-feeling chamber. There's a lot of pews and seating areas, as well as tall columns supporting the upstairs structure. The windows that adorn the walls are made up of these really vibrant and colorful stained glass. And you see these depictions of kind of what looks like pictures of the tendrils of the sun kind of emanating outwards, and then crops growing vibrantly, and people working together in tandem, and they're all kind of, it seems the stained glass windows are going through these different periods of life in Lysandrelis. You walk in, there's a few people amidst the pews, and you also notice this really scarred gentleman who's sitting in the front pew closest to the pulpit.
Oh, but he's really handsome despite the scars.
So you pass through the main sort of pathway between the pews heading up towards the pulpit. It looks like maybe the high priest is... It looks like he's at the altar, maybe praying.
But he's not like giving a sermon or anything. He's just like doing his own thing.
Correct, yes. It seems that he himself is also potentially going to be taking the day off for the time being to partake in the festivities.
Okay, then Zigbist will start walking up to him and, like, just get, like, not next to him, but within talking distance,
And, excuse me, sir, are you with the Academy?
Oh, he turns around, kind of a kind face, short hair, human, and he says, "Oh, no, you're actually in the wrong place. Sorry. If you just simply go out the front doors, head south, take the left bend, and then just keep following that bend, you'll get to the Academy."
Thank you. Since I am not there, then what is this place?
Oh, my friend, this is where we give praise to our god, Pelor.
Pelor? I've not heard of him.
He looks very confused. He kind of has a face of like, if a religious person could say with their face, "What the fuck?" it would be what this guy is doing with his face right now.
You've never heard of Christianity? What the fuck?
Is he the only god you worship? Where are the others?
Well, there are others, but here in Los Angeles, we take our worship of Pelor quite seriously. You've never heard of Pelor?
Pelor? No. Have you ever heard of... and
Zigbis thinks to himself for a while. He just kind of looks around and he's
like, what does the name Tyr mean to you?
Tyr? Nothing.
Nothing? No Mistra, Malar, Bane? Nothing?
Maybe Mistra. Mistra is goddess of magic, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Where are you going with these questions?
I seem to be somewhere I'm not supposed to be. I was heading for a place called Baldur's Gate, and now I am in... Can I pronounce this right? Lystrethia. I'm terrible with names.
Lysandrelus.
Lysandrelus. Nobody has seemed to heard of Baldur's Gate, so just trying to get my bearings, good sir.
I unfortunately must confess I have also not heard of this Baldur's Gate. You sound like you have made a wrong turn somewhere, my friend.
Yes, unfortunately. Well, tell me about this god of yours. I'm always up to here for where I'm at.
Well, of course. The radiant god Pelor, he... Well, you see the sun in the sky, that is his celestial embodiment. We are blessed every day by the sunshine he provides. Pelor is... He kind of slightly starts to tear up a little bit. He's what provides us with the life that we live every day, and I thought he was very nearly lost recently.
I think I assume it's Drunk in the front pew that you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
With absolutely zero social cues about eavesdropping, Drunk is just fully leaned in all the way, elbows in between knees, rapt attention, just staring at these two, just listening to the entire exchange as if he's part of the conversation.
So he says, "So you see, we must constantly give praise to our god Pelor, otherwise I fear the Long Dark will take us over once again."
Again?
What? I forgot you are not from here. The first eclipse, 150 some odd years ago, it completely covered the sun, Kalia, cast Elyssara into a twilight. Though it ended, it kind of left behind bits and pieces of it. Some parts of this city are actually still touched by it.
Zigbis is going to look back to those windows he saw where there's like showing different signs. Is there one that looks like darker than the others, like with an eclipse or something that would issue you a feeling of darkness?
There's like this circular depiction on one of the windows that there's this outer golden ring of almost this yellowish orange hued color, and then there's a much larger inner circle that has completely, I guess, it's a depiction of an eclipse. Where just the entire color of the window was just dimmed in contrast to the others.
I'm going to assume that these windows are motifs towards that time.
Yes. They are a constant reminder of why we need to preserve the teachings of the Luminar.
Interesting. Well, you've certainly helped me. Tell me, before I leave, what is something simple that the everyman could do to please this Pelor?
Provide light in the darkness of someone's life.
Light in the life of someone, in the darkness of someone's life. Very well. If I come across such a person, I will do my best to help them.
He looks at you with a smile, and he says, "Such a curious little one, aren't you?"
Certainly.
I never caught your name.
I am Zigbist. And you, good sir?
You may call me Danrin.
Well, Danrin, thank you for your time. I certainly hope you and Pelor continue to do good work in this world. I'll see...
And he turns to the person in the pew.
I'll see both of you later, hopefully.
And he just turns and leaves to follow those directions to the Resplendent Academy.
I think before Zigbist leaves, I think Drunk is gonna lean over and grab him by the arm and say, small.
Hey, what?
Small.
Oh,
No shadows, no darkness where you're from?
Sorry. I think you're not making sense. Where I'm from, there's plenty of shadows.
And Zigbist, not quite understanding what he's saying, he's going to talk about his home in the Underdark.
Where I come from, there's darkness everywhere, small points of light. We live in harmony with our nature, but in the shadows there are terrible beasts, things like hook claws and eldritch abominations that'll eat your brain. Sometimes we come across bands of what we call adventurers, just dead down there, unfortunately trying to find their fortune. Not many do, but occasionally one does, and that seems to send more.
I think Drunk is probably just sort of nodding while listening, and then we'll add...
Yeah, sure.
Darkness, dangerous here too. Don't touch. Few live.
Few live, touching darkness.
And Zigbist, he's starting to grasp that he is in a very different place now.
Well, thank you, good sir. I'll keep that in mind.
And thinking that this is like just some drunk hobo, he's gonna like reach into his bag and like give him like a gold piece.
He's like, for your next drink on me.
Yes, Drunk. Thank you.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so I think at this point we can say that everyone is kind of in a position where time can pass. And we can move into the festivities. And with that, come noon, here we go. So, noon comes around, and the streets are just simply wild with people. Everyone's come out from all of the different sections and corners of the city. Some people have even left their stalls, like that they would normally be keeping tabs on, and going out and just traversing and commiserating with everyone they've ever come to know in the city. And the festivities actually start with the Luminar procession.
Is this all
which
taking
is-
place at the market?
No, okay, so you will see the crowd start to draw sort of their attention towards this. I'm going to move everyone's tokens to where they need to be. You guys have all kind of taken up position along this main strip here. And, I mean, even you, Tranquility, with your nose in a book, you can't help but be drawn to the sound, to the excitement.
My husband is demanding to know what's going on, so I have to oblige him.
So you all gather in this main strip, and the Luminar procession has started. And what you can see is a group of individuals, probably 20 strong, marching in tandem, step by step, in tow, total sync with each other. Moving back and forth, swaying, kind of twirling in different directions. They're all wearing these beautiful white and gold shiny garments, presumably from the same cloth that you saw on your way in, Zigbist. It's almost the exact same material. It seems to reflect the light from the sun above, and kind of shines in multiple directions, and some of the beams are shooting off of the clothes and darting across the ground, and kids are kind of jumping to and fro, trying to stomp on them. And as the procession goes forward, everyone is just clapping and cheering and loving the sights. There's vendors going to and fro, the crowd selling different bits and pieces of food and drink to everybody. As the procession continues, you see all these beautifully intricate woven dresses, all kind of adorned with these stellar, grand, celestial designs, like sun sprites and different rays of the sun itself. Adorned across the cloth, and everyone loves it. It's a momentous occasion. People are cheering and clapping. The procession continues down the main strip towards the Starfall Sanctum and the staircase where you were sitting before, drunk. As that continues, and the procession actually finishes, as soon as they move out of the way, people start spilling out from the crowd onto the street and just dancing in the sun. Everyone's having a great time. People are grabbing partners, just doing these strange and vibrant dance maneuvers in front of you, and you don't think you've really seen such a spectacle in your whole life. I mean, all of you. And as the day continues on and the parade finishes, you hear a call from one of the city criers. There's like this kid with this fucking booming voice, just cuts through the air. All of the everything that's making a sound just gets everyone's attention, and he says something about the solar foot race is about to begin. And he yells, "Anyone can participate. Sign up with the jockey over there." And he points to one corner of this main strip that you're on right now.
Is there a prize?
There is a prize if you win.
Is it advertised?
What
as
does
to
the
what it
winner
is?
get?
As soon as you guys step up to the plate, so to speak, you see that there is a reward. It is a 25 gold reward for a win. And
Go.
it says, quote unquote, a special item blessed by Pelor.
Okay, I want to participate.
Yes, dear, says Tranquility to the air and steps forward.
I'd like
Alright,
to
so
I think I'll try
participate.
my luck too.
It seems a lot of people are participating. you notice that there is this kid passing out these strange, rather large, elongated metal torch-looking objects. Kind of similar to the ones you saw previously as you were running through the city. This kid was carrying them. So he hands one to a few different people, not to everybody, but he finishes up his duty, makes sure all of the torch, quote-unquote, objects are handed to the appropriate people, and the crier basically gives you the rules. He says that you're to make a lively effort to run through the city following the designated markings, to round your way through a specific route, and halfway through that route you're to hand off the torch to your teammate. And should you and your teammate cross the finish line before the others, you will win the prize. And this will obviously involve some rolls. Alright. So who is participating in the Great Solar Foot Race?
Ben wants to for sure.
Reluctantly, Tranquility.
Zigbist will.
Get me in there.
I think we all are.
I think we're all in.
Alright, everyone is in. I love it. Okay. Well then, he gives you... Let's see. We're going to say that you all don't quite know each other quite yet enough to really consider each other teammates. So we'll say that he randomly assigns everybody a different teammate. And you all don't really know each other quite yet. So, you all find your starting marks. And let's see here. I just need to roll something. Da, 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 da.
I like the music.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
So you all step up to your marks, and this kind of announcer approaches. He's a slightly older human gentleman. He's wearing a dapper attire, got this overcoat on. He says, "Of course, you know, cheating is excluded from the rules. No shortcuts, no teleportations, no magic of any kind. Is that clear?"
Drunk is nodding vigorously.
Absolutely.
This relies purely on athletic skill. And he pulls out what appears to be a vial, like a glass vial, from his inner jacket pocket. He says, "Okay, all of you, on your marks." And you all are just getting ready on the line. Get set. You crunch down. He pops the vial off of... Well, it pops the stopper off the vial. And this shooting spark of energetic, magical energy just shoots out from the vial and rockets towards the air with a burst of sound. Alright. Let's go with everyone's... First off, I'm going to need everyone to roll a athletics check, please.
I'm gonna do this one old school now.
Why does mine keep having two numbers next to it?
Because you have it on toggled advantage, which is fine. I'll just take the first number.
It means he has the toggle turned off. He just has to turn it on.
Oh, shit.
I see.
How do I do that?
Go to the cogwheel on your character sheet. It's next to spells tab.
I got a 10.
Okay.
And then top right option underneath character sheet type, which is PC, you'll see always roll advantage. And you'll just click on
never roll.
Turn on You just turn on the toggle, and then it'll give you an option to like. It'll pop a little thing. You can turn it on and off. Disadvantage, advantage.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Sorry, what was that? I wanted to turn that off too.
Cog.
The cog wheel next to spells on your character sheet.
It'll be at the top right.
Top right underneath character sheet type.
Oh, visual advantage. Yeah, there we go. Never mind.
Turn on the toggle, and it'll give you an option at the top where you can always turn it on. Choose advantage, disadvantage, or normal.
Okay, cool.
All right. Let's see here. I'm only missing a roll from you, Emberin.
Man, I was helping people.
I know. Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Let's
wait,
roll
what do I add to my 10? It was an athletics check?
Athletics check, yep.
Okay. Yeah, I just have a 1, so 11.
I need to roll something here for the couple other participants that are on the line. Okay.
22? This guy's
Hey. Alright, so
It's a bugbear.
the explosion of firework goes off. You guys launch off of your starting places, and it seems this rather dapper-looking bugbear is out in front of you by a pretty good distance. He got really a nice launch off the line, and his strong legs are carrying him forward rather quickly. You guys are
Holding
following
my
the
top hat.
markers. Yep, you're just like, shit! So as you make your way through the streets following the markers, oh boy. We're gonna go with now an acrobatics check, because there's a couple of really sharp turns in there.
Oh
Gonna
boy,
eat shit.
Oh,
Oh no, I
rolls
didn't.
are garbage.
so good at acrobatics.
Dude, Zigbis, you're like kicking ass right now.
Fucking for real.
Can you just imagine like a small gnome just like boom, 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 boom?
So good at acrobatics.
Actually, the bugbear's neck and neck with you, Zigbis. You're just staring at each other. Hang on, I'm gonna roll for these guys here. Okay, that's pretty shit. That's also shit. Ooh, my god, shit all around. Alright, so it appears that Zigbis and Thimblebach are up ahead. All of you are kind of trailing behind, slowly losing distance. As you round the last few turns, I need a con check, because at this point, you guys are really, like, hoofing it. You're like, ugh, just fucking kill me. Checks, not saves.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So you just click the con name in your attributes there.
Like that. Oh my
Yep.
god!
Oh my god. Okay, so, ooh.
Is that two
all
natural
right.
ones in a row?
All right, let's do it. Give me one also.
No actual fucking shot.
My tiny legs aren't
I
bringing
got
me
a nat
anywhere.
1 too.
I did a save all. It's the same modifier.
All right, so here we go. As you guys round the final corner, you've already kind of you've established that you're going to try and win, all of you. But Thimblebach, in the last stretch there, you just feel the cramping in your legs, and you're just losing that speed, and then suddenly this little gnome just rushes past you, and he's just
Tiny little legs just going.
and then running alongside you now is this man that is clearly on fire.
Is this like Gimli
Not on
and
fire!
and Legolas and Lord of the Rings, where Gimli's just running away like a
That
million
still only
miles
counts
an
as
hour?
one.
So who's
Yeah,
gonna fetch
pretty
him
much.
the box?
So, as you round the corner and down the strip, it would appear that this young, maybe not even really young, but small, deep gnome has beaten you, Thimblebach. And the crowd cheers as you cross the finish line. Everyone does. Let's see. Thimblebach, you're second. Zigbis, you're first. Emberin, you're third. Let me look here. It looks like Tranquility is actually going to be fourth. And then it's going to be... yeah. Sylvand, you're fifth.
Did I actually get last?
And then Drunk got last place because...
Oof, buddy.
That 19 didn't get me anything after the 11 and the nat 1. Shit.
Yeah, the nat 1 really just kind of fucks people.
Tranquility is gracefully applauding as she runs. Just, the victor is doing great.
A couple of the other slower individuals who you don't know, they just kind of finish last behind everybody. They're just like... And you guys are just like, yeah! And the crowd's roaring. Let's see. Zigbist, you are approached by the event coordinator. He's like, very good. Here's your winnings. And he raises your hand, your left hand, as he hands you like a purse.
Oh god, oh Mistra, save me.
Like, Zigbist is just out of breath. Like, he has no idea what he just did, but he is, like, barely holding it together. But he's just breathing heavily.
So, sir, your reward is 25 gold pieces. You find this in your pouch. And in the pouch, or rather, not even really in the pouch, the event coordinator just kind of reaches behind him. He says, oh, yes, and these. And he produces what appears to be a set of boots. And you inspect them, and they do appear to kind of glimmer in the light a little bit. They're maybe perhaps magical.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, and good show. Well, I can't tell you that. Go visit someone else. Sorry.
Noted. And
Zigbis is just going to take his prize and find the nearest place to sit down.
Right. Everyone else kind of recuperates a little bit from the race. It was a tough one. Everyone participated as much as they could, but, you know, sometimes things just get in the way.
I'm dying over here.
Yeah.
It's possible that Tranquility was at one point trying not to catch up with the bugbear, just in case.
It's like, I don't know, guys. Alright, so Drunk. You notice as you finish the race, I mean, you did your best, but you're just glad to see everyone else enjoying their time and enjoying the competition, and the crowd kind of erupting at the momentous occasions, like, you know, all these different winnings and losings, and people kind of just enjoying the camaraderie and the teamwork and the togetherness of everything.
Yeah, I think Drunk has just the biggest fucking shit-eating grin on his face, just looking around, looking at people happy, and it's just like, oh, this is great. Nobody's eating each other. This is amazing. Just having fun. Love having fun.
Soft wind kind of blowing through the city streets, caressing your face. And it's just now that you notice, kind of off down the road a little bit, you see what appears to be maybe a 10 by 10 foot of shadow loom kind of hanging out near the side of the street. I mean, people pass by it. They don't really pay any attention to it, except you see a familiar little girl kind of stomping around in front of it and
My bad.
turning to it and stopping for a few moments and then returning back to her playful nature.
Can I go over to her?
It's the same girl that you saw before.
Drunk asks her, "What are you doing?"
She says, "Oh, hey. Oh, I was just playing around, and then I saw there's a man there."
A man where?
She turns and points into the darkness.
I think Drunk is keeping a cautious distance, but puts himself between the shadow loom and the girl, and just does another entirely unnecessary head tilt, like all the way, like maybe 50 or 60 degrees to the side, just sort of looking into the darkness and squinting.
Roll me a perception.
Okay. I'm gonna do this natty. Let's see. So we got 14. I can never hold it up in front of the camera.
That's right.
And perception is 2. So 16.
Okay. You look into the shadow loom as if expecting to see what she could possibly be talking about. But you don't see anything. All you see is this miasma of dark, cloud-like things, kind of obscuring your vision of what's actually there. And you... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
She looks to you and she says, You don't see him?
Don't see him. How close is he to darkness?
She walks closer to it.
I think I'm gonna put a hand on her shoulder and prevent her from getting too close and say, "Don't approach. Dangerous. Careful."
She looks up at you with almost a innocent smile. And she says to you something that you've never... something happens to you you've never felt before. And that is a shiver runs down your spine as she looks to you and says, He's doing this. And she holds up her index finger to her mouth as if she's shushing you. And that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Oh.
Fun cliffhanger. Nice.
Mm-hmm. That's not.
Oh, that's
like
not
the
creepy
cliffhangers.
at all.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, you know,
You
little
guys
girl.
just fucking wait. You just wait.
Totally normal city stuff happening right now. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
So everyone's first impression of a real D&D session.
I enjoyed it quite a
It was
bit.
great.
It's nice.
Good.
Has anybody else not played D&D before? I think it might be just me that it's first time.
This is
I've-
my first 5e game that I played.
Okay.
I've sort of played D&D before, but it was never like something we took seriously, you know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, fair.
Right, I have played with a number of players who have different approaches to games. Like playful approaches, not so serious approaches, and then I have others who are just like, you know, down and dirty with the lore and getting really in depth with their characters. And like I have a friend at work who's been playing D&D for a very long time now, and he says he only plays like comical characters. People who, yeah, it's like it kind of. I appreciate, I guess, the lighthearted mood he approaches the game with, but at the same time, what is better than a serious story?
You gotta get both in there.
A bugbear raised by gnomes.
I suppose it's depending on
Hey, everybody.
the setting.
Yeah,
Right.
I get it. Like Cyberpunk, I used to make like super like meta characters, and now I'm just like, you know what? What would happen if I made a rat that picked lock?
Mhm.
Right. Yeah.
That's
So I
where
hope
I'm at.
everyone enjoyed it. So obviously this is not going to be the structure of every session. I mean, you guys will kind of go through transitional periods here. For example, with this whole new thing that you've just uncovered. It's probably going to add a layer of mystery, and of course the day is going to continue. And I've already told you before we started this game that this whole section of the arc is going to bring everyone together in strife.
Okay,
Cool.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Let's suffer.
hmm I have a feeling my parents are gonna die.
I want to hurt.
Just hurt me, kill me.
Hurt me
No,
really
not
good.
kill me. Like Cyberpunk Edge Runner is just emotional damage.
All right, so totally sus, like emo.
What?
What?
Hey.
I want to.
That's right, Corgo. I name you.
The hell did I do? Join
But no,
one
I'm glad
fucking group of
everyone
people.
enjoyed
Everyone
that
makes fun of you for it.
first little
Yeah, it was
section
fun.
there.
Cool. Thanks, Im.
Yeah. Thank you for running this. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna hop off,
Yeah.
y'all.
Absolutely
Have a good night.
wonderful.
Yep.
Next
Good night.
week.
Next week, same time.
Perfect. All right. Have a good night, y'all.
All right.
Good night,
Boy.
Have a
everybody.
good night, Zim.
Bye. All right. Are
That was
we?
Interesting.
What do you mean? Interesting.
I panicked on a voice for Embrin.
Well,
Like,
I gotta say, you went almost total, Waylon there.
Yeah, you started doing a southern accent. I guess people are southern from around here, and I'm from a farming village. Fuck it.
No, you're right. I mean, the first Elven woman. I mean, she kind of had a very charming approach to her.
I'm like, well, I am from a farming village, so I might as well go for it.
But I would encourage you to definitely not be Waylon. Because then you
It's just
kind of
the
like
race!
urge me to go a particular direction with Ambrin. Like give you some alcohol and maybe some dog tags.
No, well, when you look at it, I do also have a decrepit holy symbol for no particular reason.
All right, Jeff. 5e first session. Yeah, good.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
All right. I know it's. I mean, RP is going to always be a part of the games, but just getting through the sessions, and I guarantee you, next session you will have some combat.
I ordered myself a couple of little dice sets, so I'll be actually like, rolling for real.
Nice. All right.
And also, what was the voice changer that they were using for the little gnome? All
I
right,
think that's probably voice mod.
voice mod. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I was curious about that. I might try and do something like that. Just play around with it, see if it works for my character.
Yeah, I mean, my God, I fucking almost died laughing when he first threw that on.
It was pretty good.
All right. I think. Right. Let me just throw. What the poop? It's not supposed to work this way. What? Wow. Does this not show up? Fuck. You gotta be kidding me. He's...
What's the matter?
Well, I thought I had the sessions tab on the Legend Keeper all set up and ready to go so that you guys could take notes, but it appears...
Well, it looks like Carnivorous took some notes. He did post it. I wonder if it's like per individual.
It shouldn't be that way, though. I thought I set this up to be different. I guess it's not. Fuck. Doesn't make any sense. Fuck. I'll have to figure that out. I don't... Bothers me. I'll figure it out.
It's a new platform
But,
too, so don't kill
anyways,
yourself
glad
over
you guys enjoyed the session.
I'm not sure why, but it was like showing.
I mean, I'm here
Like,
for it.
maybe not
It's gonna be an
necessarily
interesting time.
Southern.
It moved me to the AFK section. I don't know what the hell why it did that.
It means you just didn't. It's an automatic thing that if you don't talk for a while, it's gonna do that. It did it to me too.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why this is not working properly. He would...
Alright, I'm gonna stop my stream at least.
Yep. I stopped my recording. Boom, first recording done. Perfect.